Alrighty gang, what is going on? We have coming to you today a full day of eating here in Hawaii. We're on the island of Molokai. We're going to bring you through everything we're eating on most of our days. I'd say 80-90% of the time. This is the diet I've gotten locked into. First thing we're hitting in the morning, I actually already hit it. I'm going to drink it when I'm doing my journal, when I'm reading my Bible, when I'm doing my prayer I'm going to fill this up with water about yay high, throw it in the microwave, 45 seconds. I'm going to cut this lemon, squeeze half of it in there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 4 cranks of this salt in there. What this is going to do, it's just good for your gut. It's going to get our digestion warmed up, and we'll have our first meal, which I'm about to get into right now. We'll have that probably 1 hour after that drink. So let's get into our first meal here. It's been pretty simple. I'm only having a couple carbs with it, so I'll have 1 or 2 of these prunes. That's my carb. I'm also eating in a way that protein and fat is always eaten before my carbs. So the reason I'm doing that is because I'm trying to keep myself from spiking my blood sugar. The more you can control your insulin levels, the better you can control your fat gain. So I'm in a diet, want to set us up as optimal as possible to lose fat. Slow and steady wins the race. All we're going to have though for breakfast this morning is some ground beef. This is local grass-fed beef. They kill these cows right on the island. So what we're going to do is put this in the pan, cook it up, and that's about it. And then we are also going to have, let's see, we're also going to have, because over the past couple of days I've been having some trouble pooping until lately, I'm adding in some zucchini for some good fiber. So literally all I'm going to do is I'm going to chop this up. I'm going to put it in the microwave in a bowl. I'm going to put a little bit of water in there, put a wet paper towel on top. What that's going to do is it's going to steam it. We're not really here for taste, we're here for simplicity. So we're going to throw that in the microwave for like 2 minutes, let it steam, salt and pepper it, it's good to go. So I'll bring you through it right now. Even though I am not tracking my food, the one thing I'm tracking is my protein. So I typically eat 8 ounces of raw beef in the morning. That's 40 grams of protein. My target is 180 to 200 grams of protein. So we start here. I have only a little bit of beef left in this pack, so I'm just going to eat it all. Probably put us at like 9 ounces. 9.1 ounces of beef, so that's 8 ounces cooked. 8 ounces raw is 6 ounces cooked. That's about 40 grams per 3 ounces of cooked beef. That's what we're going to do. Plain and simple. So this is what we're going to do. Pretty simple here. What we got is our beef. And we got our zucchini. We're going to put a little salt on there. Gonna put a sprinkle of black pepper on there. And that is that. A little bit of water on the bottom of this bowl, so don't want to just dump it out. That's the meal. Check it out. Beef, zucchini. Let's eat. Don't forget this right here. I would prefer to have dates, however, they only have prunes. It's great for digestion, good fiber, keeps the poops flowing. We'll have 2 of these with breakfast. Okay, you guys, so we got meal number 2 coming for you. We just got back from a walk, probably like a 1.5 mile walk. Hit that after breakfast. Now we got meal number 2 coming for you. This is our pre-workout meal. Once again, super simple. This is what I've been eating basically the past week or so, and I'll keep eating the same thing for the rest of our trip. Why am I eating the same thing? Because more sameness equals more results. What do I even mean? Well, if I know exactly what's going into my body, then I know what I have available to myself to change. If I'm eating 5 eggs a day and I'm losing weight, that's great. If I start adding a 6th, 7th, and 8th egg and I start staying at the same weight, now I know I'm not in a deficit anymore. So really, dieting doesn't have to be that hard. You can make it simple by just eating the same things 80% of the time. And this is if your focus is on results. Nothing is changing. So our results should be easy. And if we need to change something, add something, subtract something, we can literally add that one thing or take away that one thing and see its effect on our body. What I'm doing here, if you guys are wondering, is I am de-yolking the eggs. So if you want to eat only egg whites from actual eggs, crack it in half and then switch the yolk from half to half as you let the egg white come out. Got a little yolk in there because it broke. Try not to crack the yolks. And this will get you your egg whites from real whole eggs. Pretty simple. So we're going to do this, 5 egg whites, 5 grams of protein per egg. So that'll be 25 grams of protein. Going to scramble it up. The reason I'm not eating the yolks, I actually love yolks. There's lots of nutrition in them. But trying to keep my fat down, I got a lot of fat coming from the beef, so I'm not going to eat these yolks. I'm going to have 5 egg whites scrambled. And then what I'm going to have is a red potato, which I'm also steaming in the microwave, just like I'm steaming the asparagus. So we're going to take our red potato and clean it up, just like that. We're going to wipe it off with a paper towel, but don't throw this paper towel away because you're going to need it here in a minute. Now we got our potato, we need a fork. Gonna stab some holes in this potato so that it can be steamed. I pretty much poke it all around. Poke it all around, up and down, left and right. And once we do that, gonna put it in a bowl. Make sure you don't stab yourself. Put it in a bowl. I think the little growth that you see on these potatoes sometimes is called spuds, so a couple spuds on this. I'm going to cut those off. Going to put my egg whites on the pan while we're at it. Not a big fan of Pam because it's got a bunch of BS in it. Palm oil, which is seed oils, canola oil, which is trash, but makes life easy, so we'll give it a spray. Put the egg whites in here. If you're gonna use oil sprays, I'd go for the olive oil spray or avocado. I like olive. Okay, we're back on. My last card just filled up, so I had to get a new one. So I was saying I don't like avocado oil because it burns hotter. So it's just more of a messy cook if you ask me. So I like the olive oil spray. Just makes life easier. If I'm in a bulk, don't care about my calories as much, grass-fed butter is the best because it adds taste as well. But yeah, you gotta be careful when you're in a diet not to add excess fat for no reason. So, back to my potato. Got a couple spuds. Gonna just carve these out with the tip of the knife. My scrambled eggs are pretty much done. And if you want results, make it easy, make things simple. That's why I'm putting these things in the microwave, and I have these stovetop meals that literally take 5 minutes because my results are more important than eating some fancy fine dining, right? When I have cheat meals, that's when I'll get something good. Or if I want to make something, I'll make something, but it's not even worth it. We got other things that are more important to do. So that's our potato. It's good to go. Now we got our paper towel. What we're going to do is we're going to wet it in the sink, squeeze it out. We're going to wrap the potato in it, put it in a bowl in the oven, put it in a bowl in the microwave actually, and we're going to microwave it for 4 minutes. And it's going to be soft like a baked potato. It's going to be delicious. So I don't even think I need to put it in a bowl, so I'm just going to put it in with the wet paper towel. 4 minutes. You know the deal. Our egg whites are done. We're going to eat them straight out of the pan. I'm going to put a little bit of salsa on this once it cools down. Okay, so this is my salsa I like. I used to have this back when I lived in San Diego. Salsa verde, mild. Unfortunately, it's great because it's only 10 calories a serving. So you can basically eat as much of it as you want, but it does have... Oh, actually, no, it's good. It's got xanthan gum. I have no idea what that is, but not bad enough. So, have a little bit of this on the egg whites. Put a crank of salt on it as that potato's finishing up. And actually, what I did a couple days ago is I did put some of this salsa on the potato. So, what I'll do once it's done, I'm gonna cut it open, smush it down, and then I'm gonna put some cranks of salt and some salsa on it, just as I did my eggs. It's gonna be bomb.
How's your asparagus today?
My asparagus? Is that what I said? Oh my god. It was zucchini squash. Boy, if you want...
I'm trying so hard not to laugh. I'm trying so hard.
If you guys don't know, I have a wife. That's my wife, Laura. But if you watch some of my videos, I tend to say some words wrong. I don't even realize. I think it's because my brain is like thinking of the next word to say.
Oh,
So I just spit out some gibberish.
well, it was a green vegetable.
Definitely not asparagus, guys. Should have spoke up.
Nah.
Would have been hilarious. I would have bust out laughing. It would have been great for the camera.
Oh. Well, then I was second guessing myself because I was like, maybe he did get asparagus that I didn't know about, but.
That was the soggiest zucchini. It was like so floppy, that's when you know.
Ew.
I know. But it tasted fine. Anyways, I might not put salsa on this because we're about to drive into town and I'm gonna bring this into town with me. I'm gonna eat it in the car because it's super hot right now, but I'll cut it open, show you guys the deal. Just cut it in fours. Wrap it up like that. One more cut. Yeah, you want to make sure it's soft so you can like poke into it with a fork when you take it out of the microwave. It's going to be super hot. If it goes in easy, then it's ready. If it's a little tough, then probably put it in a little longer. This is simply what it looks like though. A little baked potato, salt's on there. I'll put a sprinkle of salsa actually. Probably will eat it with my hand, but that is pre-workout. We're gonna go into town. Hopefully I'm gonna find a gym there. The typical one we go to is closed on Saturday. So there's one other I'm gonna check out. If not, I'll do a bodyweight workout outside. We'll come back home. We'll have post-workout. We'll have dinner. That'll be it. Let's go. Somehow, guys, we got to a quick pit stop. We got a pizza. We got some pepperoni breadsticks. We got stuck in town all day. Basically, we were working, trying to bring a YouTube video out to you. So we decided to stop in. We're gonna have pizza. This will probably be it for the rest of the night. What I'm gonna do is tomorrow, I'm gonna pick up the full day of eating, exactly where I left off. I'm gonna bring you guys through post-workout because we didn't work out today. We're eating pizza.
What's on the pizza? Tell us what's on it.
On the pizza, we have sausage, pepperoni, ground beef. I think those are our meats. Sausage, pepperoni, ground beef. We have pineapple. That was a little extra addition. Green pepper, mushroom, and there might be some onion on there. Oh, there's ham there too. And yeah, pepperoni breadsticks with marinara sauce. Let's go. See you guys tomorrow for the back half of full day eating in Hawaii on Molokai. Peace. Okay, you guys. Okay, you guys, we're back in business. We are going to bring you lunch. We're picking up the next day. Today is Sunday, so we brought you breakfast. We did about 8 ounces of raw beef. We did 2 prunes. We had zucchini. And then we did our pre-workout, which is 5 egg whites, 1 potato for some good quality carb and some good fiber. And now what we're going to do is our lunch. So this would actually be post-workout. We're going to be doing 8 ounces of raw shrimp. Ends up being like 6 cooked. All I have is these de-shelled shrimps. Literally put them in a bowl, squeezed a lemon in there, salt and pepper, super easy. So I will grill up about 8 ounces of these. That will be 42 grams of protein, 21 grams of protein per 4 ounces of shrimp. And then typically what I would have is I would have about 5 prunes and some fruit. So probably like a papaya or a banana. Get some post-workout carbs. We just came from church. They had a little lunch going on there. So actually had a guy from Louisiana who came in and cooked it. He's been on the island for a while now. So it was like biscuits, beans, peach cobbler. So I carved up a little bit for that. Had to eat some local food, couldn't turn it down. So I'm not gonna have carb with my lunch. I'm just gonna have the shrimp. So we're gonna do that. I'll bring you guys out to the grill. I'm gonna get these on the skewer. We'll get them roasting. So you guys can see how good my math is, but typically it's like 13 shrimp is 8 ounces. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 7.48, 13, 8.08 on the money. So that is what we're gonna do. I had, well, I'm not gonna confuse you guys, but I had a sirloin for breakfast this morning, but that's not part of the full day of eating. So we're gonna have these shrimp. And we're gonna have these shrimp again for dinner. I don't know, kind of a disaster of a full day of eating, since it's not a full day of eating. We're just doing it across 2 days, and half of the stuff I'm not even eating. I'm just telling you I would eat it. Anyways, what I'm telling you I would be eating is what I would be eating if we were in routine here. It's been a little bit off routine. We're leaving the island in 3 days or so, so I've had some unexpected meals, a couple of pizza meals. We had the meal at the church. Got that shrimp on the bobby. About to bring it out. Peace. Okay, you guys, we're gonna see how this works. I got the shrimp. Got the shrimp here. You can see the ocean out there. Grilling up some shrimp for Laura too. She wanted some, so like a good husband should do, I'm gonna make her some food. Pretty windy out here, so I'm just gonna fire up the grill and then gonna put these underneath the other grill top so no flies get on them. Gonna fire up this grill here. And we'll wait like 10 minutes. Get it nice and hot. Shrimp will take like 10 minutes. I'm gonna check and see if this video, hopefully it's not super overexposed, and then we'll eat soon. All right, so this is my first ever vlog, or really actually any YouTube video on the gimbal. So the gimbal's pretty dope. It has object tracking, so you can see. That's why it's following me around. It's super smooth, which is sick. I got the wireless mic. And then I got what's called I'm actually gonna keep it a surprise. Don't want anybody stealing my game. But nah, I got what's called an ND filter on this thing. So it's almost like sunglasses for your camera. So it's super bright out here, and actually I think I would have used the one that turns it down even more of a notch, because right now the lighting looks good because I'm not facing the sun, but when the sun is facing me, I don't have the darkest tan going on, but I look a little darker or a little lighter than I actually am, like look a little white. So I would probably crank it down a notch. And then this is super cool, so it follows me, and then if I put my hand up, it stops following me. So that's pretty dope. I'll take this as a moment to show you guys the shrimp on the grill. Using this gimbal is something I need to get used to. As you can see, I guess there's an analog stick here too, but anyways, here we are. Couple for me, couple for Laura, and that's pretty much it. So we'll make that adjustment. Turn back on the object tracking. Hey, you guys can see me. I'm just gonna sit. You can see where I hang out. This is typically where I hang out. I'll bring you guys back here in the evening. But yeah, I sit right on this little stoop. Chill. This morning I made a steak. I made a venison steak this morning, so just sat out here. It was super peaceful. I'll also sometimes, right on the grass out here, I'll go and hit a workout out here, turn on the grill. That takes 10-15 minutes. I'll come throw the meat on, throw the shrimp on, finish the last 10-15 minutes of my body weight hit workout, and we'll be good. So it's a super dope spot. Grills are always open. Meet a couple people out here. Beach is right down there. That's where we've been hanging out. Basically after this meal, Laura and I, we're gonna walk to this beach called 3 Mile Beach. We'll hike over there. Golden hour here is super nice. The sun stays strong till even into the 5 o'clock hour. You can get some color, so we'll get a little bit of sun. Life will be good. Peace. Okay, you guys, so we're about to take this off the grill. Really grill them up pretty good this time. A little bit on the more well done side. A little crisp. Once again, we're not eating at a fine dining steakhouse, but it's getting the job done. And let's turn that off. Show you the shrimp. There we go. There we are. There's our shrimp. Looking pretty decent. Oh yeah. Good views. Alright, we out. Okay guys, it's time for dinner. Laura's bringing it to the grill. Let's show you guys what we have. We have 2 patties. So on a typical night that would be 8 ounces of beef. And then we have some shrimp. There we go, 8 ounces of shrimp. Some zucchini that we're about to grill up. And yeah, let's go. Okay, you guys, I'm not the best at recording in the dark, but you guys can see that it's nighttime out here. Pretty gorgeous over there, huh? Check out the palms. This is my favorite part of the entire island, which is these super tall palm trees. It's always windy here, so they're absolutely gorgeous when they blow in the wind. They're on the whole resort. But anyways, here we have our grill, so I'll show you what's going on here. And you can see we got our shrimp and zucchini. Hiding back there in the shadows are 2 burgers. And that is about it. So let me tell you guys let me turn you around here first. So let me tell you guys, I'm gonna give you the final breakdown of what our meals look like, because I know it's been craziness. We've been across 2 different days. So our first meal, you'll see it, 8 ounces of ground beef, 8 ounces of red meat, raw, cooked, ends up being 6 ounces. That's, if it's 80-20 beef, 40 grams of protein. We do that. We do our zucchini. We do a couple prunes just for digestion. All that for breakfast after we've had our lemon and salt warm water drink. And then we'll go out, we'll hit a walk, we'll have our pre-workout, which is 5 egg whites, 1 potato, microwave style. That brings us to 60 grams. Nope, that's 25 grams of protein, so that brings us to 65 grams of protein after the breakfast. What we'll do, typically, we didn't do it here, but we will work out. Then we'll hit our post-workout meal. That's gonna be 8 ounces of shrimp like you just saw me eat earlier before dinner. So 8 ounces of shrimp, call that 42 grams of protein. We're gonna add that to 65. That puts us at 107 grams of protein. We're also gonna have 5 prunes with that, probably either a banana or a papaya with a little bit of honey maybe. That's where we're gonna have our highest volume of carbs. And then we're going to come into dinner. It's going to be pretty much, once again, just protein. We're going to have, once again, 8 ounces of beef. That's another 40 grams of protein, whether it's steak. I've been having a lot of venison out here, or ground beef. That puts us at 147 grams of protein. And then we're going to have another 8 ounces of no chicken on the menu. I can't talk, as you guys have seen. We're going to have another 8 ounces of shrimp. That's another 42 grams of protein. That's 89 grams of protein. If I'm doing it right, 20 grams with the beef in the morning, another 20 grams with the beef in the morning. That is 40, plus 25 from the egg whites. That is 65. We're going to say it's 21 grams per 4 ounces of shrimp. So that's 42 grams with the shrimp post-workout. So that's going to be on top of our 65, 67, 107. And then we're going to do the same thing for dinner. That's going to be our heaviest protein meal. We're going to have extra 40 from the red meat. That's 147. And then we're going to have another 42 from 8 ounces of shrimp. That's 189. And with all the other things added in, the potato, the veggies, really not much protein in veggies at all, but I think that probably puts us at 190 or above. So I weigh 170 right now. I like eating minimum 10 grams of protein above my body weight, so I aim for 180 to 200. That's really what it's going to look like. I'll bring you guys in. I'll show you dinner. I'll give you the protein and rough macro breakdowns at the end of the video. That's all I got. Peace. Okay, I'm going to show you guys super quick my beautiful wife Laura. The real meal, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, we have some grilled zucchini. Looks bomb. Dinner actually looks pretty good tonight, and some shrimp and burgers. And
Baked potato.
Laura has a baked potato. Looks pretty good. Dessert looks pretty good too. We will see you guys the next time.
Oh no.
Let's see. Whoa, peace.